you guys need more stuff, we do have one right.
Feels good in here.
Jordan, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
That's Jordan, too.
Oh, okay.
We got
They're touching me.
Jordan Sylvie's ready. Okay, junior quarterback Jordan Love. We'll have Jordan make an opening comment on camp starting tomorrow, and then you guys can ask questions for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, so just starting off, I'm excited to start camp, finally get working. Summer workouts and conditioning has been good. Grinding with the guys, got some new faces in. Got to get some chemistry down with them so far, just throwing and stuff like that. But, once camp starts, that's when all the fun's going to start. Can actually play with them. So I'm excited. Everyone's excited. Coach A's here, new coaching staff. And we're excited to get working with them and see just continue the transition on. So, like I said, just can't wait for camp to start. So.
Your off season you probably haven't stopped it a lot when all the things that you've done. Have you enjoyed that? Do you feel like that's helped you to be constantly on football? You know what I mean, or all that?
Oh yeah, every off season is pretty much the same. Just all the stuff we do, and I enjoy it a lot. Just really coming in, getting all the new faces in here, and trying to teach them the playbook, teach them how we do it, and then just obviously just getting to throw with them and stuff like that. So I enjoy the off season. I think it's fun. It's time to get better.
But with even going like to the painting camps and, and manning camps and things like that, doing that stuff, that was different. And has that changed it to how you feel prepared towards this season or anything?
Oh yeah, that stuff was great. Going to the Manning Pass Academy, that was great. And but no, it hasn't really changed anything. I learned some stuff from them, from Peyton and Eli, just on how they train in the off season with the receivers and watch film and stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to add some of that stuff into my game. But other than that, it stayed the same.
So this season you're going to be throwing to almost an entirely new group of pass catchers. Have a couple returning, but what have you seen so far with this new group of guys you've been throwing to?
Yeah, so it's a different group, that's for sure. Last year I'd say they're more not as much speed, more big bodies, trying to put the ball on them and stuff like that. But I think this year that's what would be different. I think we got more speed out there, just different guys I'm throwing to. So I'm excited to just get to work with them and see how it's going to be.
How much do you anticipate the style, with Gary and the new staff coming in, how much do you anticipate the style of play changing from last year versus, or this year versus last year?
Yeah, so offensively we're running the same thing, so same offense, stuff like that. Obviously some plays here and there would change and just the way we read plays, but for the most part it stayed the same, and that's what's helped a lot. Because usually with new coaches coming in, you got to learn a whole new offense, whole new scheme, stuff like that, but it's made it easy just knowing that we're running the same plays.
They talked about last year, the defense always talked about last year how great it was in practice because the offense was, just so talented and the practices were so harder than the games. Now this year you have a few more defensive returning starters and new offense. Can you talk about what the defense can bring to you guys during practice?
Oh, they bring a lot during practice. I say it all the time. I feel like we're going against the best defense we're going to see all year in practice every day. So, it's making both of us better, the offense and the defense better each day, just competing against each other. So, I love going against them in practice. I think it just makes us better every day.
What did you see in spring? Did you see enough of the offensive line guys with how they were doing? And I'm sure it seems like they can play multiple positions, some of the guys, and they're trying to identify, I'm sure, 5 to 7 guys who can play. Do you have any worries, fears, or are you very confident about the group of guys coming back there, even though there's really not a lot of starters?
No, yeah, I felt, just going off the spring, I felt really confident what this young group's done. We still haven't figured out the first 5 that's going to be starting, but that's what camp's for us. We're going to figure that out. But I feel really confident. I feel like there'll be no drop off. They're young. They haven't played too many games, but I'm excited to be behind them. I think that they'll do just fine.
Because last year you would have looked in huddle, well, you didn't huddle much,
yeah.
But sideline, whatever. You'd look at a bunch of experienced guys who've done it, and you're kind of the guy who maybe haven't played as much as them. Now they're all going to be looking at you like, hey, okay, what do we do now?
Yeah, it's definitely a little different. Like you said, they're all looking at me. As of last year, they were probably still looking at me, but I had dudes that have been playing and they knew what they were doing. So that's the main thing. We just got to get guys ready to play, and I think they're already ready from spring. And we're just going to continue that with camp.
Going along with that, it's kind of a cliche with young offensive lines that the quarterback has to run more. You haven't run a lot in your career. Do you expect to run more this year or
No, I think, my game will be the same as last year. Running when I need to. That's just how our offense is when we get the ball out quick. So it's not like I'm just sitting back there in the pocket waiting to get hit. But, no, I don't think there'll be any running around. I think they'll protect me just fine. So.
You mentioned trying to improve parts of your game now with the Manning Academy and learning some things. What part of your game this offseason have you tried to work on the most, or like what parts of your game you feel like need improving? Or
The main part I think I always need to improve is just knowledge of the game, knowledge of defenses, and what teams are doing against us. And that just comes with just watching film, going back and watching tape from last year, seeing what defenses did, seeing how I could just improve on every play. And the one thing I've tried to focus on is just trying to take away negative plays like interceptions, just bad passes, bad reads, stuff like that. But that just comes from watching film and trying to get better.
With that, Peyton Manning is a film hog. That's all he seems to be doing is just sitting in the film room. What can you take away from him, or did you learn anything from him about being able to watch film, about learn how to look for certain things defensively?
Yeah, so when we were out there, we were asking him questions about how he watches film. And one thing I thought that was interesting is he watches every game of that team that he's about to play. No matter how, they played 14 games, he'll watch every game, all 14, every play. So he said he doesn't want to ever be surprised with a blitz that he hasn't seen or something like that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Because a lot of times you'll watch 2 or 3 games just to get the basis of what they're doing, and watch cut-ups and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I tried to do it in my game, but it's hard to watch every game, every play. So we'll see.
When the schedule came out, what was your reaction as far as the types of teams you're going to be playing throughout the season?
Yeah, I'm excited about this schedule. We got a tough schedule. It's a little bit different than last year. Playing some different teams in the Mountain West, of course. I'm excited to play those games, being from California. We go back to Cali, play San Diego State and Fresno State. So I'm excited about those. And then, of course, LSU, Wake Forest, BYU, some tough non-conference games. So, I'm excited for this season.
I don't know when the last time Utah State's beaten BYU 3 years in a row, if they ever have. What would it mean to you to be able to accomplish that feat?
Oh, yeah, that'd mean a lot. I think someone was trying to tell me it was the 60s or something like that they did it. But that'd mean a lot. Just go in there and beat them 3 times in a row. It'd mean a lot. That's all I can say about that.
With you coming back, and obviously Gerald Wright and David Woodward and a couple of the others were returners from last year, how much can kind of that continuity help jumpstart the start of camp?
Oh, it could help a lot. Just because, we've been there, we've done it. We know how camp should be run and stuff like that. So I think as long as, the leaders of the team are pushing it to keep it the way it's been, I feel like there'll be no change in how practices ran and stuff like that. So
You got to work with Chucky last year a little bit, and I asked Gary, he coached Chucky earlier. Do you feel kind of like him? Do you feel like what he went through? Did you guys talk a little bit about what he went through before with what you did, or what did you learn from him?
Yeah, I learned a lot from Chucky. If you look at it, we're kind of in similar situations. Just how our career's gone here. But yeah, I learned a lot from Chucky just having him here, having him on the sideline with us. So that helped out a lot. But I get the comparisons all the time to how much people say I look like Chucky, stuff like that. But no, it's fun. He's a great quarterback, and I learned a lot from him when he was here. So
You're tall.
yeah, I probably got him beating that a little bit faster too.
Coach mentioned that I guess you guys have some sort of leadership council.
Yep.
What effect does having something formal like that do to a team?
Yeah, we got our leadership committee, and I think it just, anything that happens within the team that, decisions that need to be made, you can just go look for the leadership committee and talk to them. And, we'll figure it out. So I think it's good to have a leadership committee on your team. Just anything that happens within the team, you can take to the leadership committee, and we'll have a solution for it. So.
From last year.
Yeah, we had a leadership committee. We've had one ever since I've been here. So.
Can you just put into words a little bit what this is like to be talked about? They put a Heisman campaign together for you, Player of the Year, all these things. We thought you were good last year before it started, but can you put into words what this is like going into this year?
Yeah, it's crazy, just all the stuff, all the hype and stuff like that. But I enjoy it. It's just, at the end of the day, the way I look at it, it's just all fun stuff, and it's all on the side. Obviously, you got to put the team's goals, stuff like that. on one side, and then all this other fun stuff. I mean, it's good to look at and good to see, but at the end of the day, I mean, it really doesn't matter unless you do what you need to do with the team. So that's the way I look at it.
Last year, as you were coming into camp, you're still just a sophomore, and you accomplished a lot of great things, obviously. This season, there's a lot more maybe put on your shoulders than were last year. How do you feel like you're able to handle that, and what do you think you can bring to this fall camp compared to what you were able to bring last year at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I try not to put too much like on my shoulder. I mean, I know what I got to do to get the job done for this team, so I don't try to put too much like stress or any extra pressure on that. I just think about it as if I go and get the job done, do what I got to do, then we'll be just fine. So I try not to put too much pressure on myself in areas like that.
And what's your relationship been so far with Coach Sanford as he's running the offense?
Oh, it's been good. I mean, Coach Sanford, I mean, he's a great coach. He brings a lot of juice to practice every day and energy, and it helps. You can see it just helps the team just when you got that juice every day, because sometimes everybody's a little tired, stuff like that, don't want to practice. But when you got coaches bring that juice, it just helps out a lot. But, I mean, he's been a great coach, just trying to help me break down defenses better and stuff like that so far. And I'm just excited to keep working with him.
Anything else for Jordan? All right.
Thanks for
Yeah, no
appreciate
problem.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, Jordan.
Yep, I'll see you guys.
We will.
Okay.
All right, so everybody knows, where you're going at.